I pick my seat before I've said a single word to anyone in the room. Not the best chair, not the one nearest the door, the food, or the person I came to see. Just the one with a wall behind it. I don't decide this so much as find it already decided, the way you find your shoes already tied. It doesn't matter where, a friend's kitchen, or a restaurant, the host still deciding what to do with me. Once, a wedding tent that smelled of cut grass and someone's uncle smoking too close to the flap. I nudge the chair an inch closer to the wall before I even sit, quiet enough that no one's ever thought to ask why. My hand finds the strap of my bag and checks it, twice, the way some people check a stove they already know they've turned off. For years, when anyone noticed, I called it a preference. Good sight lines, I'd say, and that usually ended it there. It wasn't true. My aunt has her own name for it, from the seat she takes facing the door at every family dinner. Fussy about chairs, she says. She isn't wrong, exactly, only wrong about what the chairs are for. What I'm guarding was never the room behind me. It's the half-second after I walk in, before my face catches up to whoever I'm supposed to be that night. A wall closes off one direction things could come from, just the one. Something low in my chest lets go, and my breath goes back to being mine. I don't know if I was born checking exits, or grew into it somewhere along the way. I've lost track of. Did I ask my mother once, a long time ago? I don't remember what she said. Not sure I even asked. Actually, no, I don't think I did. Maybe I only think I did. It makes a better story than not knowing. There's a curtain I keep returning to without meaning to. My grandmother's front room, heavy enough to swallow a whole window of afternoon light. At some cousin's wedding, a thread had worked loose from the inner seam and curled into the dark fold, hiding from a room it wanted no part of. Was I 6 that year? Or 7? I've started to suspect I only keep the number that sounds right, not the one that's true. I found the thread anyway, without anyone showing me where to look, and turned it between 2 fingers until someone called my name from across the fabric. Not one face from that wedding has stayed with me. The thread did. Still hiding as far as I know. At every family dinner, my aunt still takes the chair facing the door. Long before her, my grandmother kept her own seat pushed against the wall in whatever room she happened to be sitting in. Nobody taught either of them this on purpose. It just kept finding a body willing to carry it. Here's a thing I've never told the people who love me most. Some of them have known me for years without once having all of me in the room at the same time. A fraction stays back at the wall, arms already crossed, still counting doors. The rest of me laughs, means it, stays until the very end of the night. Never all of me at once. Sometime in the last few years, the person I love started arriving early, just to already be holding the seat against the wall before I walk in. I remember the first time precisely, though I said nothing about it that night. A rooftop in early spring, cold enough to see your breath, and when I came back outside from saying goodbye to someone, the folding chair against the low wall had already been turned to face the room. Waiting. Nobody asked them to do that. I've never asked them to explain it. Maybe they're quietly carrying something on my behalf. Or maybe it's simpler. Just love. Finding whatever shape the room allows. Last spring, I tried it the other way, on purpose. Back to the open room, the way it seems to be for most people most of the time. I lasted maybe 10 minutes, long enough to order, not long enough to taste it. Some old part of my brain kept doing the math anyway, on a room it couldn't even see. It never once turned off. I've never thanked the part of me that's still counting doors. It's been working this whole time without being asked, without a single night off, and mostly I've been short with it. The way you get short with someone who's quietly done the dishes for years without a word. That was probably never fair. It was only ever trying to keep me somewhere I could be found. Here's the part I haven't managed to say out loud, not even to the one who holds the seat for me most nights. Being looked after like this scares me more than any open room ever did. The checking used to be a thing I did alone, where no one could see it. Now someone stands close enough to see exactly what my hands are doing and why. And I don't know yet what to do with being known like that. Tonight there's no one else in the apartment. I've still taken the same chair, back against the plaster, pulled the same inch it always is. There's no bag on my shoulder to check, and my hand drifts there anyway, closing around nothing. Their coat is still on the hook by the door, one sleeve turned inside out. Down the street, a car changes gears going up the hill, and I follow the sound of it past the last dark house, the way you'd track a single footstep moving through a house you already know is empty. I stay exactly where I am, back to the wall, and I couldn't tell you, even now, what I'm still listening for.